Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this floral tank top inspired by the currently trending flower blanket. The main body is knitted with 8mm circular needles, 80 centimeters in length. This is 8mm needles, not size 8. The piece consists of 2 separate layers knitted individually. Cast on 188 stitches for knitting in the round. When laid flat, it's 66 centimeters wide. The total length of the garment is 39 centimeters. The flower pattern on the hem measures 3 centimeters. A total of 56 rows were knitted. The hem of each layer is finished using single crochet with a 2.5mm hook. Work 2 single crochets into each stitch hole. Both layers of the hem are finished in the same way. Align the 2 layers and crochet them together using double strands and a 3.0mm hook. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch hole. Make sure they're aligned properly when worn. Use stitch markers to secure the position. For the strap placement, I made it 20 centimeters long. That's 46 stitches. Crochet 2 rows, then fold it in half. Use the invisible seam method to sew. The straps are made with 4 strands and a 3.0mm hook. Use the 3D braid stitch raised chain stitch technique. Each strap is 136 centimeters long. It's best to use different colors for the 2 straps. This adds a nice layered effect. All flower and leaf elements are crocheted with double strands. Using a 3.0mm crochet hook, the hem flowers are arranged in white, pink, and lavender. That's the overall design for the garment. You'll need 4 yarn colors, 1 skein of matcha green, 2 skeins of soft pink, and 3 skeins each of lilac seed and cheese yellow. For the lilac seed layer, use single strand crochet. The dopamine bloom stitch. This yarn is too thin, so I'll use thicker yarn for demonstration. Leave about 2.5 to 3 meters of yarn, then fold it in half. Use the rose cast on method. Stretch the yarn between index finger and thumb. Place the needle underneath the yarn. Insert the needle from bottom to top through the loop on the thumb, then from top to bottom through the loop on the index finger, and finally back through the thumb loop again. Pull gently. No need to tighten too much. Just enough so the loop can slide easily. 2 loops, 1 on the index finger, 1 on the thumb. The yarn is placed like this. Repeat. Needle goes through the thumb loop, into the index finger loop, and then back through the thumb loop again. Give it a gentle pull. The first loop also counts as 1 stitch. The number of loops on the needle equals the number of stitches. I cast on a total of 188 stitches. You can adjust the number of stitches based on your own size. Increase or decrease as needed. The front and back both look like little braid patterns. Because it's mohair yarn, don't cast on too tightly. Keep it loose and make sure the loops are aligned in the same direction. Now begin knitting in the round. Slip the first stitch from the right needle onto the left needle. Then on the left needle, cross the second loop over the first loop. This creates a twist. Join, slip it back onto the left needle, hold down the first stitch and begin knitting. Knit the second stitch as well. That completes the join for knitting in the round. Now start knitting all stitches. Insert the right needle into the first stitch from the left side. Push it into the stitch loop. Wrap the yarn under and over the right needle from back to front. Gently slide the right needle backward through the stitch. Then slide it forward to pull the new loop through. And that completes 1 knit stitch. Let's do it again. Insert the right needle into the next stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull through. Another knit stitch done. Continue knitting all stitches, stoking it in the round. Keep your hands relaxed while knitting. Adjust the stitch count to fit your size. Just follow your desired pattern. Repeat. If stitch markers are too small, you can use small hair ties instead. Very handy. While knitting, try to keep your tension loose. That way the fabric will have a nice drape. It looks absolutely gorgeous under sunlight. Now we start binding off. Move the working yarn to the right needle. Now you have 2 loops on the right needle. Knit 1 more stitch. Now there are 3 loops on the right needle. Pass the 2 back loops over the front loop. That completes 1 bound-off stitch. When adjusting the stitch, make sure to transfer the leftmost stitch onto the right needle. Then knit 1 more stitch. Pass the 2 back loops over the front loop. That's another one done. This bind-off method helps prevent the edge of the mohair fabric from curling. It gives a braid-like appearance on the front. Now it's the final stitch. Mark it with a stitch marker, then bring the left stitch over. Bind it off using the same method as before. Bind off one more stitch. Bring the stitch over. Knit one more stitch into the first bound-off stitch. Then pass the 2 back loops over the front loop again. Use a 2.5mm crochet hook to begin single crochet edging. Work 2 single crochets into each hole space. Insert the hook, yarn over, and pull through. That's the basic single crochet stitch. Be sure to identify each hole clearly. Just make 2 single crochets into each hole. Try again, still 2 single crochets per hole. Once done, you're finished. That completes the first layer. The rest is also crocheted 1 row using the same method. Crochet 2 single crochets into each eyelet. This entire row is done this way. Next, we'll crochet the leaf pattern. The row of single crochet at the top in the chart corresponds to the first row of the lace below. We're using a 3.0mm crochet hook for this. With double strands of matcha green yarn, crochet 2 single crochets into each eyelet. This here is what counts as 1 eyelet. 4 eyelets make up 1 pattern repeat. There are 5 chain stitches on top. 1 chain stitch acts as a turning chain. Then crochet 1 single crochet into that eyelet. Then chain 5. Skip to eyelet. Crochet a single crochet into the 3rd eyelet. Make sure to skip exactly 2 eyelets. Let's do it again. Chain 5 more. Skip to eyelet. Single crochet into the 3rd eyelet. Repeat this pattern. At the end, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. The 3rd row is worked into these large loops, like this one right here. Start with a slip stitch and 3 chain stitches. Then follow the pattern chart. End with a slip stitch again. Yarn over and pull through. Then chain 3 more stitches. Next, crochet a double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the eyelet, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. That completes 1 double crochet. Now chain 1. Then crochet another double crochet. We'll need 4 double crochets in total, with chain 1 spaces between each. Now we have all 4 double crochets. Each double crochet is separated by a chain stitch. At the end, chain 3 more. Then slip stitch into the eyelet to secure. Next, repeat this motif. 1 single crochet, then chain 7. Slip stitch into the 4th chain from the hook. Then chain 3 more. Then crochet a single crochet. Make 1 single crochet. Then chain 7 again. The loop currently on the hook doesn't count as a chain. Count down from the top. Mark the 4th chain stitch. Insert the hook there. Pick up the front loop and back bump. Yarn over and pull through. Then chain 3 more stitches. 1 single crochet that completes 1 motif. And just keep repeating from there. Finally, slip stitch into the single crochet at the set of 3 chain stitches. Fasten off. The leaf section is complete. Now start crocheting the flower part. Begin with row 4. The flower is worked into this section, the little pointed part. We skip this part. Use double-stranded yarn and a 3.0mm crochet hook. We're crocheting 5 puff stitches made of 5 half double crochets. Crochet into this open space. This is the area we're working into. You'll make 5 in total. The first one is crocheted into this eyelet here. Start by chaining 3. Yarn over, insert into the eyelet and pull up a loop. The loop should be about 2 thumbs long. Yarn over, insert into the eyelet and pull up again. Pull up a little more this time. Try to make all loops the same length. Repeat this process 5 times. Now, your hook should have a lot of loops on it. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. Chain 1. Then chain another. Remember, the first 3 chain stitches were for turning. The last 2 are what you just added. Yarn over, insert into the next eyelet, and crochet another puff stitch with 5 half double crochets. Pull confidently through. Chain 1. Then chain 1 more. After finishing 5 puff stitches, make a slip stitch. After crocheting 5 like this, turn your work slightly. Take your hook, slip stitch into the chain stitch on top of the puff stitch. Next, begin row 5. Start with 2 chains to lift the row. Then follow the chart pattern. First, chain 2 to lift the row. Yarn over the hook. Crochet 1 double crochet. Chain 3. Make sure you're going through these 2 loops. Insert your hook through both of these loops. Yarn over, slip stitch through. In the same eyelet, make another double crochet. Chain 3. Insert your hook through 2 loops and slip stitch. All of these stitches are worked into the puff stitch base. Then repeat. Finally, slip stitch into the starting chain. Each puff stitch corresponds to 2 double crochets and 2 picot stitches. In total, there are 10 double crochets and 10 picot stitches. Make sure you work them into the stitches on top of the puff stitch. All the flowers are crocheted using this method. Just use white, pink, and purple yarn. We've finished this floral top. Good luck with yours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.